Hello, everyone. Sarah here, and welcome to episode 3 of In the Universe with me, Sarah in the Universe. I apologize, guys. Yesterday, I was supposed to film my Wondercon wrap up in episode 3. I was so exhausted from Wondercon, and it was Easter. By the way, hope to you all who celebrate Easter, hope you guys had a happy Easter. But I really needed that break, and I was like, all right, today's gonna be a big episode, a lot to cover, and so I wanted to be rested up and ready. I still feel a little bit tired, so I apologize if I'm not my full energetic self today. But we are gonna get there. We have a lot of topics to cover today, and I want to thank you guys for joining us for episode 3 of In the Universe. Before we get started with the topics that I came to cover, guys, some very, very sad news came out on Sunday regarding one of the stars of Gen V, Chance Perdomo. I'm sorry, I hope I'm pronouncing his last name correctly. Yes, Chance Perdomo, who played Andre on Gen V. Unfortunately, he passed away very tragically in a motorcycle accident. I don't know when it happened, if it happened over the weekend or last week, but the official Gen V account put out a statement, and so I want to go ahead and read those. Okay, so from Amazon, MGM Studios, and Sony Pictures Television. The entire Gen V family is devastated by the sudden passing of Chance Perdomo. Amazon, MGM Studios, and Sony Pictures Television extend our heartfelt thoughts and support to Chance's family and all who loved him at this difficult time. And there was one more. From the producers of Gen V. We can't quite wrap our heads around this. For those of us who knew him and worked with him, Chance was always charming and smiling, an enthusiastic force of nature, an incredibly talented performer, and more than anything else, just a very kind, lovely person. Even writing about him in the past tense doesn't make sense. We are so sorry for Chance's family, and we are grieving the loss of our friend and colleague. Hug your loved ones tonight. I am so shocked and devastated by this news. If you guys didn't know, Gen V was a spin-off show for The Boys, and it came out last year. It was a really, really, really great show. And Chance played this incredible character of Andre, who was absolutely he was so great in that. And I was so looking forward to seeing more from him. And I actually found out about this at WonderCon when I went on Twitter to go post something. I saw the Gen V, that tweet from their account, and I was completely just shocked. I was shocked. I mean, he's so young. He was only 27, I believe. And if I didn't say it already, unfortunately, he passed away in a motorcycle accident, which is very, very sad and unfortunate. This is so shocking. I could never have expected news like that to come out. I honestly don't know what to say. This is just so devastating. This is so shocking. And they were, I believe, sometime very soon going to be filming season 2 of Gen V. That has also since come out. Obviously, it's going to be delayed. This is just so, my heart goes out to, again, his loved ones, his family, the cast, the producers, everyone at the show. I can't imagine how shocking and tragic this is for them. And, life is seriously so fragile, and you just never know, and it's just so unfortunate. He's so young. Like, I still can't believe it. He's really going to be missed, and this is truly just so upsetting. And, I was really shocked. I'm really sad. I'm such a huge fan of these shows, and, it's so unbelievably shocking. And honestly, like, I it feels weird to be like saying this, and then like after this, I'm gonna get into talking about all this fun stuff. It didn't feel right to say it, but I'm just so shocked, and I don't even know. Like, this is it's just crazy. Like, we just got done watching him in this incredible show. I believe they were going to be in season 4 of The Boys as well, or something like that. I guess we'll find out. And then, of course, Gen V season 2 will be filming. So it's just very sad But at the end of the day, his family, his friends have lost him, and it's so heartbreaking. And I don't do too well talking about this stuff. It hurts my heart. He's gonna be missed, and I know that he had so many fans, and it's just so heartbreaking. So again, my thoughts, my prayers go out to his loved ones, his family, everyone at the show. I hope they take the time to properly, heal and find some peace with this, because it's going to be very hard. It's just very sad. And, of course, if there's any, information that comes out from the show regarding, just anything moving forward, I will always update on that. Just very shocking news. I'm completely heartbroken. Thoughts and prayers, again, to his family, friends, and all his loved ones. Very sad. I really hate to start off the show. I wish we did. I wish life is hard, guys. Like, life is just so hard. Chance, you will be missed. You will be thought of so dearly and loved. So sorry. So sorry to his family and friends. Our prayers are with you guys. I just wanted to say that. But of course, if any more updates come out, guys, I will always be updating on the show. Okay. Yeah. So and yeah, I'm sure his the cast are gonna come out and talk about it when they feel ready. This is obviously so shocking for them, but we can give them their space to deal with this in their privacy. So I want to talk about that. It feels weird to transition, guys, talking about all this fun stuff, but had to. So please think of Chance's family and friends in your thoughts and prayers to them, because they're gonna need it. All right. And with that, I know it's an awkward transition. I hate to do it, but so this is kind of what's going to be the rest of the rundown for the rest of the show. I'm going to talk about, we have a pretty loaded show today, talking about Wondercon first, huge chunk of that. Then I'm going to talk about the Academy Museum, and then I'm going to share some other little thing with you, and then finally, I've been kind of avoiding talking about Scream 7. Listen, I am a huge Scream fan. Unfortunately, some bumps have happened. Okay, so a lot of stuff has gone down. A lot of people feel very divided about Scream 7. I'm going to get into my thoughts about everything happening. Okay, and we're going to save that for the very end. So right now, let's talk about WonderCon, okay? All right, so I'm going to get my stuff ready here. So hopefully I'm a little more organized today. So right off the bat, this year's WonderCon was absolutely my favorite. I only went for one day, which was on Saturday. Saturday, I think, is like the best day to go because they have the big panels, the big celebrities. So incredible. I had such a great time. It was a really chill con, which I liked. But my goodness, the panels were just incredible. Let's get into the first one that we went to. Okay, so the first one we did was actually from Collider. Shout out to Collider. It was a directors on directing panel, and the guests were Wes Ball, who is the director of the upcoming Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, David Leitch, who is, he does so many films, but he's directing the upcoming The Fall Guy, starring Emily Blunt and Ryan Gosling. And then radio silence duo Matt Bettinelli, I hope I'm not mispronouncing, and Tyler, is it Gillette? They did Scream 5 and 6, and they're going to be doing the upcoming Abigail. And we got to see, so first of all, okay, so we got to see exclusive footage from those films that have not been shown anywhere else. I'm going to get into that. I don't know if I can talk about specifically what we saw because, spoilers. I don't know if they want to see, but, well, all I'll tell you is it was absolutely amazing. And then we got, basically just got to see this incredible panel where they just talked about their jobs. And I have to say, for coming out of this panel, of course, I love directors. I have my personal favorites, but I have a newfound respect for directors as a whole after this panel because I feel like, when it comes to the promotion of movies or even TV shows, more so movies, I think, I personally feel we don't hear too much from the directors unless it's like some big epic, like if it's like Christopher Nolan or something like that, right? I feel like it's mostly the focus is on the actors, of course. Understandable. But I feel like, the directors don't really get to say too much. And what I loved about this panel is that they were just all having a great time, just talking. It was kind of like a roundtable interview where they were just talking to each other. And something else I want to say before I forget, I loved how complimentary they were of each other. So many times I feel like, you hear directors kind of slamming one another, like, who wants to see Marvel movies and blah, blah, blah. But, these directors were so complimentary of each other's work, and their work was so different, right? You got Planet of the Apes, you've got The Fall Guy, you've got, Abigail horror film. And they all were just so complimentary of each other, and I loved it. I loved hearing from them, and they've directed some of my favorite movies like ever. So this was such a treat to have at WonderCon. So yeah, we got to get exclusive footage we saw exclusive scenes of Abigail, which looks incredible. That one also stars, Melissa Barrera, who is in Screams 5 and 6. And then we saw the one I was mostly anticipated for, exclusive footage from The Fall Guy, starring Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt. Oh my gosh. I don't think we can talk about what we saw, but it was incredible. It was some jam-packed action. I am so excited. The Fall Guy has to be my next anticipated film, like, coming up. I am so excited for that. I will be riding that Ryan Gosling train all the way. Whatever he makes, I'm gonna see it. Incredible. And I'm gonna admit I haven't really watched any of the Planet of the Apes films. Not something I've been too interested in, but I'm not gonna lie, like the footage we saw from I want to get the upcoming, because I just don't want to keep saying Planet of the Apes. I want to get the title. Yes, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. So I'm not gonna lie, like that looked really cool, and the visual effects look absolutely just amazing. Like, I don't even know how they did it. So if you're excited for that movie, you're gonna love it. Like, it was so good. But I really love that panel because, like I said, I feel like we don't get to hear from directors all too much, when there's like promotion of a movie. Like, you'll hear here and there, but I think they tend to kind of focus on the actors. And so getting to hear their thoughts and how they do things, and how they choose their styles and what they go for, it was just so good. And I just thought, like, what an incredible panel that I just truly enjoyed. It was so great. Honestly, they could have probably sat there for like more hours, because I feel like they had so much more that they wanted to say. But they shared some really great stories. And I loved David, it's David Leitch. Sorry, I want to get everyone's name right, because I feel like I just don't, Yes, David Leitch. He was talking about, filming The Fall Guy with Ryan Gosling, and he was talking about the scene that we got to see, which, again, I don't know if I could talk about it, because I don't know if they wanted to talk about it, but he was talking about how, he was getting Ryan to do all these, like, crazy action scenes, and Ryan's like, really? Like, I'm going to do this? And he's like, yeah, it's going to be fine. It was just so funny, And something that I thought was so funny that David Leitch said is that they were actually trying to get The Fall Guy to release before Barbie, and it just was not possible. But he's like, you know what, this actually worked in our favor, right? Because Barbie just ended up being this big hit, and Ryan, of course, was so amazing, and everyone loved him, and so this actually worked in their favor. So now, coming hot off of Barbie, Ryan's got, The Fall Guy. Everyone's, the crowd was super excited about that. Everyone loved Ryan Gosling. Oh, something I wanted to mention about the Collider panel. It was so cool. So they would say, like, we have fan questions, but it would actually be like celebrities coming on and like sending a pre-recorded video to ask the director. So, like, my favorite, Glenn Powell, showed up. Everyone lost my, I literally, like, I kind of like screamed. I was like, I love Glenn Powell. Oh my gosh, who doesn't? And he was asking a question, and then Emily Blunt came. It was incredible. That was such a fun panel. It was such a treat. So worth it. So shout out to Collider and to all of the directors, for doing that panel. That was great. Another thing I want to mention, something that the directors, really were talking about and putting an emphasis on, was how important it is to support original movies. They all are talking about, the Fall Guys original story, Abigail and all that. And they're talking about how, if there's this demand for seeing original movies, people should go out there and support them. And I fully agree. I'm honestly tired of Hollywood doing all these reboots and remakes. It's like, can we get some like original stories here? And so I agree with the directors. If you guys want to see original stories, original movies, you gotta go out there and support, man. Like, I know it's expensive to go to the movie theater, but, especially, at least if it's a movie you're interested in seeing or a director you like, I think you gotta go out there and you've gotta support them, because that's the only way we're gonna get these made in Hollywood. I think that's only because, and I feel like in a lot of these studios' minds, this is the reason why remakes and reboots and all this stuff are coming, because they're like, well, this was popular at one time, so if we do it again, people are gonna go see it and it's gonna make a ton of money. That is proven to be false. So if you guys want to see more original movies, especially from your favorite directors, go support them, guys. Go support them at the movie theater, because that's the only way we're gonna get them. So great panel. Okay, great panel. All right, let's get into, so I love that panel. That was great. But my favorite panel of the day was the Chucky series panel. As you guys know, the Chucky series on Sci-Fi, so good. The whole cast was there, guys. The whole cast, including Jennifer Tilly herself. I was losing my mind. She is gorgeous, by the way. Let me pull up a picture of her from Wondercon. I could not believe, first of all, I didn't even know the whole cast was going to be there, because they didn't even announce it. And then I have something to say about that. But let's talk about Jennifer Tilly first, okay? Who I absolutely love. By the way, she retweeted me. If you guys want to follow me on Twitter, I am written by Sarah, Sara, so you can check, since I post stuff on there. Entertainment related. Anyways, Jennifer Tilly retweeted me. I literally just lost my you-know-what. She is one of my favorite horror queens, okay? She's me. She's literally Tiffany. She's Jennifer Tilly. But, okay, let me find a picture. There's my tweet. Let's see. Okay. Oh, here we go. How stunning is her outfit? Oh my gosh, she's such a star. I love her. I love her. So, Jennifer Tilly walks out, and I'm just, in awe. Oh my gosh, she's just so funny. She's so funny, okay? And I don't even know what to say right now. She's just so funny, and, it's just amazing. I love Tiffany. Tiffany is one of my favorite, horror icons, female horror icons. And to see Jennifer Tilly in person, I can't even, guys, it was so good. And she even, I posted the short, it's on my channel. They did this game where the moderator was saying lines from the Chucky movies and saying who said that, was it Chucky or Tiffany, and the cast had to guess. So she said my favorite line. I got to hear her say this out loud. The video's on my channel. It's when in Bride, when Tiffany does the little makeover on herself and she's like, Barbie, eat your heart out, or something right? I gotta hear Jennifer Tilly say that in person. Oh my gosh, I was losing my mind. That is my favorite line from the movies, everything she said. I mean, obviously I love Barbie. I love Tiffany. So hearing her say that, I was losing my mind. I was like, oh my God. She is incredible. And then the thing that she retweeted me on, what she retweeted me on is she said this. She's so funny. Okay. This is what I said. So she said this. She said that in the upcoming season of Chucky, you can expect some Academy Awards level acting from Tiffany. That is so good. I can't wait. I personally can't wait, guys. I am so excited for that season. And then another horror legend, my favorite, Devon Sawa was there. Of course, he's a huge part of the Chucky series. He played the president, in last season. Oh my gosh, Devon Sawa. Are you kidding me? Final Destination. Oh, I just could not believe I was seeing all these legends in person, and obviously Don Mancini, talking about Chucky and all the movies. My brain was blown. All these legends in one place. I mean, oh my gosh, I was having the time of my life. And I have more videos from that Chucky panel, so I will probably be posting those on my channel. I'm also on TikTok, Sarah in the Universe. I know, shameless plug. What's even going to happen with TikTok, right? So I will post those videos there just so you guys can, get some more just to see, because I'm gonna forget everything of what I was gonna talk about here because I have like no notes. But yeah, you guys, the Chucky panel was incredible. It was just so good. It was so funny. All of the cast, all of those, the cast, the young cast, the OGs, everyone is so amazing and funny. Definitely, check out that upcoming Chucky season when it comes out. I am so excited. We got to see a clip from it. Looks incredible. Such a great time. Wondercon was good. I know this is already getting long, so I kind of want to wrap up Wondercon and just get into the other stuff. But Wondercon was absolutely fun. More videos coming out on that, guys. So stay tuned. Okay, so I think that's it for Wondercon. We are already at the 20-minute mark, and we still have so much to go. Okay, so let me really quick. I'm gonna do this first. Since we're getting ready to talk about movies. I recently joined the A24 membership. It's actually the AAA24. This is not sponsored, by the way. I just joined this myself because I saw it all over TikTok. And basically what it is you can pay $5 a month and, join this membership. You can unlock exclusive content from A24. You get on their private friends on Instagram to see some like exclusive stuff. And I think quarterly they send you a zine. So this one is the Von Erichs from the Iron Claw, and it's just so great. The zine is like in theme to the film that they're promoting. Oh, it's so good. And then my favorite thing that this came with, which I absolutely gagged, was this little poster autograph of Jeremy Allen White's character from the Iron Claw. This is incredible. I actually bought a frame for this, so I need a frame. It's probably going to be back there, next episode. But this was incredible. I mean, I love the A24 movies. I'm mostly excited about Maxine coming out. I don't know when that's coming out. They haven't really told us. But I'm excited for it. So I had to join. They send you these really cool like membership cards, like one to put on your, keys, like back in the day for the grocery stores. So cute. And you get this cool enamel pin. I love that. So I just wanted to share that because I thought that'd be fun if anyone loves, A24 movies and you want to join. $5 a month. I think that's a great deal. Oh, and on your birthday, when it's your birthday month, you can choose anything, I believe, from their online store and they will send it to you for free. Guys, that is so cool. So I definitely think that's worth it. I wanted to shout A24 out in there because I just thought that was fun. If you're an A24 fan, I think you should totally join. Okay. Speaking of movies, let's get into the Academy Museum. Oh my gosh. Okay. So guys, the Academy of Motion Pictures Museum is in Los Angeles. It's literally located right near the Grove in LA, if you know where that is. It's been open, I believe, for like 2 or 3 years now, and I don't know why it's taken me so long to go, but I finally went. It is absolutely incredible, guys. I posted a short because I feel like, I can only talk so much, but, I posted a short just showing, what you can see in there. It's absolutely amazing. What I love about that is that museum, it doesn't just pay homage to American film, but it pays homage to like all film, international, different countries. And I love that because there's so much that I don't know that I feel like, obviously you go to museums to learn and to see. And in there, I really learned a lot about, a lot of films from a lot of different countries that I didn't know. And it's just great. There's so many iconic, film memorabilia around. There's costumes, they have the Edward Scissorhands costume. They have that alien thing from Shape of Water. They have Jack Skellington's like different heads from The Nightmare Before Christmas that they used. And they have Jaws. I don't believe it's a Jaws that they used in the movie, but I know Greg Nicotero was behind creating this one. I think they created it specifically for the museum, but it's hanging like on the roof of the building, like inside. Fake sharks like creep me out. Like I'm totally scared of the one at Universal. So I was creeped out seeing like as you're going up the escalator, this huge Jaws is just looming over you. It's quite the sight. You can see it in my little video if you want to see. But yeah, it was a great. And they change out the exhibitions. I believe every couple of months or so. So, there's a director you want to see, you might want to join or, check on their website to see, what exhibitions are coming out, because I think that's great. There's always something new to do at the museum. That's why I joined the membership. I'm now a part of the Academy, not in that way, but, I definitely want to get out there and, see all these new exhibitions they have, because the museum was absolutely incredible. I want to show you a video though. I also posted this. You can see it in better quality on my page. Something fun you can do. Okay. Let me just go. Let's go on my TikTok. So you guys know, a lot of us have probably had that little fantasy of pretending to accept an Academy Award, like in our bathroom or something. Oh, I'd like to thank the Academy. You know what? You can actually live out that fantasy at the Academy Museum. Okay, I'm gonna turn this down because I don't know if it's gonna be copyright. Hang on, guys. Oh no. Okay. So for $10, I believe it was $10, cheaper for like seniors. I think seniors is like $8. They will take you into a mini version of the Dolby Theater, and they will record you with these high-def cameras, and you walk on stage, and you get to hold a real Oscar. That's like the most exciting part, and you get to, wave. There's like they put a screen of a crowd, like they film the crowd, and they'll come on screen, and you get to just wave and pretend to, give your acceptance speech, and they record it, and they put it into a video. I'm going to show you what it is. This is so funny. Okay. And they'll even put your name. There's me. Gosh, I wish I wore something better if I knew I was going to be doing this. But it's, see, like, look at this. It's totally like high def, like how it would happen at the actual Oscars. And it's just so funny. And I think it's like the best souvenir you could get from that museum, It's just so funny. My mom did it too. You could send it to all your friends and family. Like, look, I have an Oscar now. And like I said, the coolest part, you get to hold a real Oscar. Those things are heavy. Like, I had to hold both hands. And, I was like, oh my gosh, that is so fun. I think that's such a fun thing to do. Because, like, obviously, if you're going to the Academy Museum, you should be able to hold an Oscar, Like, so that's really fun. So I 100%, if you guys are film fans or you're in the LA area, I 100% suggest checking out that Academy Museum. It is absolutely incredible. You can check out, I'll post more videos about it if you want to see. Beautiful museum. Highly recommend checking it out. Okay, so let's get into the bigger discussion today. Scream 7. All right. So I know that this is going to be a very divided topic because people feel very differently about a lot of things that happen. And so first I'm going to kind of like explain what's going on, and then I'm going to give my thoughts about it. I just want to start by saying, I respect everyone's opinion. I respect the fact that if you're, kind of choosing not to watch any more Scream films, or if you want to watch Scream films, I think there's a, the way that it's like, you do what you want to do and let other people do what other people do, right? So if you guys don't know, yes, Melissa Barrera was fired from Scream 7 for posting, just her thoughts on what is going on in the Middle East. And now I'm not going to get into that right here. That's not the discussion for this place. But she was fired for that. Now, do I think she should have been fired? No. In my opinion, I think, again, every place can be different. I don't think it's fair to, be like, okay, we're going to fire people for having, this is like, just let people, say what they want. And how about no one lose their job? That's how I feel. Like, okay, you have your opinion. Like, let everyone have their opinion. And how about everyone just keeps their job, right? Unfortunately, that didn't happen. She was let go. It was very shocking. I was really sad about it because I love Melissa and Scream. I love her as Sam Carpenter. I've loved her in the past 2 films. And I was really excited to see what they would do with her character in the upcoming one. Because, in Scream 6, you kind of saw that, that she kind of has these, that she enjoys, I don't even think I can say the word on YouTube, but she enjoys the slaying, like her dad did. I can't say the K word. So I wanted to see what the future of that would be. Is she going to choose the dark side? Is she going to choose the light side? It's kind of a little Anakin Skywalker-ish, Melissa was let go. Okay, it's happened. I was very upset about this. Also, and yeah, studio in question is Spyglass. Spyglass also, back, what was it, Scream 6, they did not want to pay Neve Campbell, for what she's worth, essentially. She's like, look, I'm not coming back until you guys, she's Sydney, okay? She's the OG. She started this franchise. You should pay her. You should be lucky she's even wanting to come back and do this. They didn't want to pay her back then. So it's this huge thing. Now Melissa is let go, okay? Then it came out about like a few weeks ago that Neve Campbell posted on her Instagram that Sydney would be returning. Now, listen, I not her, but Kevin Williamson, okay? Huge. I was super excited about that because let me tell you guys, my love for Sydney, she is my favorite final girl, and I love Neve Campbell. I've met Neve Campbell in person like a couple times now. She is so nice. And my love for Sydney will always be like super infinite, okay? I'm excited for it. I'm excited for Scream. At the same time, I'm like, but Melissa, we lost Melissa. Okay, here's the thing. This is where my opinion, you may not agree with me. This is where my opinion comes in. First of all, I want to say I love Neve Campbell and I love Melissa Barrera. And I want to support both of them and both their careers. In my opinion, it is not Neve Campbell's fault that Melissa Barrera was let go. They didn't let her go. Remember, they also mistreated Neve, okay? But I feel like a lot of people, and again, everyone's going to have their own opinions on this, was taking a lot of hate out on Neve. I feel like what I'm going to say is not probably going to be taken in the best light. But this is essentially how I feel. And again, we're going to disagree on some stuff. This is Neve's franchise, okay? She started. She's the final girl. I don't think she needs anyone's permission to come back, okay? And I'm sure she as heck didn't want Melissa to go. Are you kidding? That you know? And from what I hear, again, it's not confirmed, but I heard that she did try, to mediate some meetings between Spyglass and Melissa to see if they could come to, an understanding. But from what I hear, Melissa is not interested in coming back unless Spyglass is no longer attached to the Scream files. And I 100% agree with Melissa. Listen, I want her to come back, but if she's not comfortable coming back because of what Spyglass did, I 100% support her. I agree. I was like, hey, I don't think you should come back, until you feel comfortable, unless it's with another studio. 100% agree. And I really hope that can happen because I don't want to be done seeing Melissa in this, especially after what was done to her. I think it's just unfair, But I'm also not going to take this out on Neve Campbell. I think that's completely unfair. She didn't want Melissa to be fired, and I'm sure she did everything she could to try and, I can't picture Neve Campbell going into this like, yep, I'm going to take my money. Also, speaking of money, I hope she robs Spyglass of every dime, dollar, and cent to get back as Sydney. And that makes me feel good, because they deserve it, because after what they've done to both of them, But I'm not going to blame Neve Campbell. This is not her fault. And I just think that at the end of the day, the studios, the studios are the greedy ones. The studios are the ones that do weird stuff. We've seen this. We've seen this with the SAG strike and all this stuff. This is not new for Hollywood. It sucks, but it's not new. And I'm not going to take it out on Neve. I want to support Neve and I want to support Melissa. And that's exactly where I stand. I am not going to take it out on Neve. That's just me personally. If you guys, people out there don't want to support Scream 7, again, I understand because it's attached to Spyglass. The way that I look at it, unfortunately, a lot of studios do a lot of weird stuff. And at the end of the day, I want to support my favorite actors. I want to support them as their characters that I've loved for years. Okay? And like I said, I hope under the right circumstances when Melissa Barrera feels comfortable or whenever the circumstances are right, she can return and play Sam because I don't want to see Sam go away. She's an incredible character. I never would have thought of them giving Billy Loomis a daughter, and she's played that character so flawlessly. I don't want to see her go away. Some people are saying, I think Sam's story's done. I don't think it's done. I want to see more. I don't think, I think, why do we have to have their stories end? I think they should go on. And Melissa said she doesn't think, she's saying at a convention, she doesn't think Sam's story is over. So, where I stand on Scream 7 is I support Neve Campbell and Sydney, and I support Melissa Barrera and Sam, and I will be rooting for them in all their projects. But I'm not going to blame Neve Campbell for continuing on with it. This Spyglass is the one who's made a mess here, unfortunately. They've divided people. They made a mess. It's just unfortunate. Also, other Scream 7 news. Courtney Cox, I don't know if I think she's like in talks to return, but it looks like it's kind of like happening. So she is also coming back. So, and then I heard they're also casting like a bunch of new people to join. It sucks that I feel so like it's like my heart's just cut in half, right? Like I'm like, oh, I'm so excited because Sydney and the gang and Kevin Williamson are back, but then it's like, oh, Melissa, like it sucks, and I blame Spyglass 100% for doing this to the fandom, for causing. Why did you have to let Melissa go for that? Why are you doing this? Why couldn't you pay Neve back then? It's such a mess, guys. These studios are the ones that are greedy, that they're the ones at fault, and it sucks. But at the end of the day, I'm going to support my favorite actors because they weren't the ones who wanted this. And that's just unfair. It's hard as in Hollywood for, a lot of people think that a lot of actors are just living these great lives, making tons of money every day. It's just not it. They're struggling too. So I'm not going to take it out on them. But I will call out the studios for this nasty stuff because it is nasty. That's where I stand on all this stuff, guys. That's where I stand on Scream 7. I will continue to cover, Scream 7 and anything with Melissa Barrera as well. She's coming up in Abigail. And like I said, if you're fans of Melissa Barrera and you want to support her, you want to see her in more stuff, go and support her movies. It's one thing to talk about it online and say, guys, go watch this. You got to actually go out and do it. So, and that's for any actor you guys want to support. You want to see them in more things, you got to tell Hollywood there's a demand for this. Go out there and watch their movies, okay? But that's where I stand, and I will cover updates on Scream 7 here as well. But I gotta be, totally authentic about my opinion because I don't think it's right to just, I was avoiding talking about it for a while because, like I said, people are super divided on it. But that's my opinion. I'm not blaming Neve Campbell for anything because she didn't do anything, okay? Spyglass is the one at fault, okay? They've not been handling this very well at all. And, yeah. Okay, this gone on for a while. I think that's all I wanted to talk about, guys. I know this was a loaded episode, and I didn't want to spend too long. And if you guys watch this whole thing, blessings upon you. May you get the luck of the century, because if you sat through me just babbling here about a bunch of stuff, thank you so much, guys. I have a movie review coming out this week. I don't know when, but it's coming out this week. I'm really excited to review it. I want to get back because it's been a while since I've done a movie review. So I have that coming out. Really excited about that. And of course, doing the In the Universe show every weekend, sometimes multiple times, depending on how much information comes out. I hope you guys enjoy this episode. I know it's a lot. And once again, thoughts and prayers with Chance Perdomo's family and friends. This is just incredibly sad. Thoughts and prayers to all of them. Incredibly sad news. Thank you guys so much for checking out this episode. I really appreciate it. I love having you a part of my universe. Thank you guys. If you're already subscribed, thank you so much for subscribing. I really appreciate it, guys. And if you're not subscribed, I'd love to have you a part of my universe. We talk about all things entertainment, conventions, fandom, pop culture, all that stuff. So if you want to subscribe, I would really appreciate that, guys. Guys, thank you so much for joining today's episode 3 of In the Universe. I will see you guys later on in my next video, guys. Guys, have a great week. Stay safe. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it. Take care.